Hello, everyone. I haven't uploaded on my YouTube channel in like a hot minute, and that's mostly because I've migrated over to Twitch for the most part, and I do need to upload like a massive backlog of the streams that I've done. But there was a video I came upon last night, a little bit before I went to sleep, and that is apparently Baldur's Gate 3 proves that modern gaming is getting worse. Now, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, but I've heard nothing but good shit about it. Same thing with Final Fantasy, I think 16 is what they're at, and people are overall saying it's good, even though I guess it didn't meet like the financial expectations that Square Enix had, but that's neither here nor there. What we're going to talk about is something that I have noticed myself because I have a severe lack of interest in a lot of modern games. Like, I think the last like new game that I bought, I'm trying to think because I honestly I don't even fucking remember. It might actually be Elden Ring of all things. I think that might be the last. No, Resident Evil 4 remake is the last modern game that I bought. And I tried to stream it on my PC. My PC couldn't handle it, so I got a refund, and then I just bought it on the PS4. And I had a blast with it. I still need to finish it, but overall, I thought the remake was fantastic. Definitely a step up from Resident Evil 3 remake, which I did stream when I kind of got back into the whole Twitch thingy back in February of this year. So, yeah, my Twitch shit's been going great. So, and if you're from my Twitch channel, appreciate you, love you long time. And if you're from my YouTube channel, of course, love you too. Go over to Twitch though. That's where I'm mostly productive, or mostly active, I should say. So, this individual named Eddie Meon TV produced a video talking about basically Western developers attacking Baldur's Gate for being, I guess, attacking it for over delivering, being better than what it promised to be, and saying that it's going to make it harder for other developers to make quality products. Huh? If you're backed by a goddamn AAA industry and you're being outdone by independent studios, that sounds like a you problem, not a them problem. Because if they are making great games and you're like, oh, we can't live up to that standard because we're too fucking lazy to do our goddamn jobs correctly, well, then that's just a fucking you problem now, isn't it? See, all right, so what I do for a living right now, I have to do background checks on people to see if they are able to get security licenses, concealed carry permits, that kind of shit. I also do police reports. I have to make sure that the person requesting the report's release is able to get said report. I have to, contact prosecutors. I have to contact police officers. I have to make sure all my ducks are in a row before I can do anything. That's me doing a little simple thing called my job, holding myself accountable to the commitment that I've made to the place that I work at and to the people that I'm serving. You know, I know, fucking novel idea, right? So these fucking Western developers have no fucking room to bark, bite, or any of that shit towards these people because they're doing it better than what these AAA companies are doing. They have no fucking excuse. It's ridiculous. They levitate on this fucking jealousy angle, thinking it's gonna sway people to the other side. It's like nobody fucking believes what you're fucking saying. All people here are fucking excuses. Oh, we did this, we did that. Oh, it's the fans' fault. No, it's not the fans' fault that your fucking product sucks ass. It's your fault that the product sucks ass because you made the product. Or you made promises that you didn't fucking keep. And this live service action bullshit, oh, it's dead. Like, anybody that believes that fucking model is gonna work is fucking stupid. But these fucking developers, greedy little shits that they are, think that, oh, they'll come back swinging. And yeah, there are the casual fucktards that do this, that buy into this bullshit. Oh, matter of fact, let me take you down a trip down memory lane, shall we? Good old Angry Joe. I think it was Angry Joe. Was it NBA 2K19? Or was it 2K20? I can't remember which one. I think it might have been 19. It was one of the NBA. Yeah, okay, yeah, it was NBA 2K20.
Mobile game!
All right. Shout out to Angry Joe. But yeah, essentially, hold on, let me move my camera if I can grab it. Move that up there. Yeah, you see this little dipshit right here? I'm going to mute this because I don't want to, like, embarge. And I don't think Angry Joe's going to have a problem with me using his footage. But hang, I wanna show you a little something. Okay, yeah, that did not do what I wanted it to do. All right, hang on. Where's the fucking? Where's that one dude at? Oh, yeah, there it is. All right, so he's playing the pachinko, the fucking pachinko machine or the gambling machine or whatever, and it's like, oh yeah, I won, go me, woo! Yeah, that was completely scripted as fuck. That was probably a sign-off bonus you got for promoting the game. People like not Angry Joe, but this douchebag in the red or the red shirt or whatever. People like him are sellouts. Like they're straight up sellers. They were bought off by these corporations to promote the whole gambling bullshit going on with NBA, and you've seen how lazy. If for those of you that play the NFL games, you've seen how lazy those fuckers have gotten with that. It's been the same game over and over, just with less features, but you're paying full price for the game. And hell, apparently Red Dead Redemption got re-released. Not Red Dead Redemption 2, but the original one, like the first one. Not Red Dead Revolver, but the first Red Dead Redemption, the one with John Marston as the main protagonist. That got re-released on like I think the Nintendo Wii or some shit. And they were charging people $50 for it. It's like, but you didn't do anything with the game. You didn't update the graphics. You didn't add any new features. You didn't change anything. It's literally re-releasing a game that's 10 plus years old. Like, come the fuck on. The reason why people are so done with you fucks is because you're lazy. You're not creative. Meanwhile, From Software and whoever made fucking who made Elden Ring? Who made? Because I want to shout them out too. Larian Studios. All right, so thank you at Lega to Skyheart. Go ahead and give your comment a thumbs up. But yeah, like studios like them, they're making good shit. They're making awesome shit, and people are loving it. And these gaming studios in the West are like, and you're making excuses for your laziness, and nobody's buying it. Nobody's fucking buying it, except for jackasses like this little dipshit right here. But even he's not buying it. He's just being paid off. So he's not buying it. He's actually being paid it. But yeah, just stupid shit like that. And these, I think we're seeing a shift here. We're gonna see a shift eventually, where these AAA studios are actually gonna start falling flat on their asses because people don't have trust in these companies anymore. Like you're gonna start to see a lot of that. Hopefully, you'll start to see a lot of that where people just don't have trust in Ubisoft and EA and Blizzard. Basically done. Activision-Blizzard, I should say. I mean, Nintendo, I think, is pretty much. They deliver on everything they say. Their copyright shenanigans aside, they deliver on their fucking promises. Square Enix, hit and miss. Capcom's been actually doing really well. But yeah, I think a lot of these big Western AAA games, which is who we should be focusing on, EA, Activision, Blizzard, Ubisoft, I guess, European, which actually does make them Western, so whatever. But yeah, they are the ones that should be like, oh shit, we gotta change some things because we're not doing so well right now. Especially Ubisoft and Activision Blizzard. EA, I think, has a comfortable spot to sit on because they've got so many fucking licenses that they can get away with, a screw up here and there, a screw up there. But every now and again, they release something awesome, like the Command & Conquer remastered versions. I thought both of them were pretty solid, and they fixed the issue with the PC version of I think it was it was Red Alert, where like the Soviet CGI video, not the CGI videos. What am I talking about? The mission briefing videos wouldn't play, and the PC version of the game, and the remastered they actually play out, and so you get the story of like Stalin and Nadia and Gradinko and all that other shit. So I think EA has got a little bit of room to sit on, but cut it to cut to the point, because at this point I'm just rambling. Or actually, let me get to some couple articles here. Actually, this post by it's Mugen Lord. Yeah, their post is what made me kind of think about making this video. Actually, I thought about making it last night, but then seeing this, and by the way, the acceptable insult thing, irrelevant. I don't give a shit about any of that. But yeah, Elden Ring criticized by game developers over UI performance and design. Many gamers love Elden Ring, but a few creators from rival studios have criticized From Software's hit in ways that some are attributing to jealousy. Ding, ding, ding. Somebody gets the point. Good job, Aaron Greenbaum. Elden Ring is already shaping to be From Software's most successful title to date. The game has sold like hotcakes, so much so that Bandai Namco gave employees a pay raise. Hey, good for them. They deserve it. And hundreds of thousands of Twitch viewers are regularly tuning in to watch other people play the game. However, not everyone is happy with Elden Ring. Even some of From Software's industry peers are lambasting the title in ways that some agree, while others are chalking up to jealousy. There was Ahmed Salama of Ubisoft, Rebecca Fernandez O'Shea of Nix's Software, and Blake Raboche of Guerrilla Games. Salama expressed frustration that Elden Ring scored a 97 on Metacritic, despite him thinking the game had bad game UX. Perhaps he jokingly claimed it was a result of the game's developers using CRT monitors and smoking on the job. Okay. While O'Shea criticized Elden Ring's graphics and stability, Elden Ring in terms of graphics and stability is perfectly fine. I don't know what O'Shea is talking about. O'Shea, go suck a fucking nut. And Raboche mentioned that they disliked the game's quest design. Really, the quest design. Because, you're not being spoon-fed everything. You're not having your little handsies held while you're playing the game. Like, you gotta learn this shit. You gotta learn how to play it. And me, I consider myself like a mediocre gamer at best. And I've beaten Elden Ring. I play Elden Ring almost regularly. I'm actually in the middle of doing a stream of the original Dark Souls, the remastered version of it. I'm having a fucking blast playing it. I mean, better counts aside, I'm having a blast playing it. And I plan on doing Dark Souls 2 as much as I think it's a good game, but not a good Dark Souls game. It's a frustrating game. So you'll probably get a lot of rage out of it. You'll probably see me rage a lot. So if you enjoy people raging in a game, tune in. Dark Souls 3 is probably my favorite Dark Souls of the bunch. So yeah, I would say Dark Souls 3, Dark Souls 1, then Dark Souls 2. Bloodborne, love that game. That game's a masterpiece. And it needs to be ported to the PC. Sony, come on, do it. Do the thing. You'll make a fuck ton of money on that. And then Elden Ring. I thought Elden Ring, I mean, there are criticisms I have towards Elden Ring, but I still think overall it's a solid 9.5 out of 10. There are some things I would change, but that's just my personal preferences, my personal biases, and all that other shit. But objectively, I will say it's a fantastic game. It functions perfectly. It plays perfectly. I've got it on both the PS4 and the PC, and it plays fine on both of them. So this performance issue bullshit that Raboche or whatever the fuck your stupid name is, bullshit. You're just mad that they did better than you. That's all that's going on. Are all incredibly talented developers, sure, and designers who are putting years' worth of experience behind views that they're certainly entitled to in the first place. We have no interest in trivializing their opinions on Elden Ring or encouraging anyone to be hostile towards them. Now, I'm not being hostile. I'm just being, I don't think they're bad people per se. I just think their opinions are dumb. I think they have what's the word I'm looking for? A tunnel vision view of the game, and they are, in fact, jealous that the game did well when their own games haven't done as well as Elden Ring. Like, yeah, I mean, this just screams jealousy. Like, Elden Ring just exposed a huge problem in games journalism. Here's how to fix it. We are not amused. Most legacy news outlets don't know how to cover video games. They really fucking don't. Gaming journalism has been dead for like years now. I think I want to say, like, I hate to bring it up, since Gamergate, gaming journalism has just been a fucking shit show. The New York Times published a head-scratching article attributing the success of From Software's smash hit Elden Ring to the hardship and disappointment of the pandemic. Okay. This prompted a deluge of derision, I thought that said split takes, and capital D discourse. What the fuck's capital D discourse? Among gaming journalists and enthusiasts on social media. No, the pandemic had nothing to do with Elden Ring's success. The game was going to be a smash hit regardless. Everybody knew it was Game of the Year material before its release. They presumed it was Game of the Year material before its release, but when the game released and everybody played it, they were proven right. And there was. I forgot that George R. R. Martin helped write some of the. Well, he helped make the world, but anyways, I digress. There's a variety of reasons for the backlash. First, the Times describes From Software's Dark Souls series as a modest success, seemingly oblivious to the fact that it's probably the single most influential and imitated video game franchise of the last decade. Facts! That is spitting facts. There are so many Dark Souls imitations that it's ridiculous. It's spawned an entire subgenre of action games, the Souls-like. Actually, yeah, I've heard that term before, the Souls-like games. Or, like, I've compared Dark Souls to a lot of games, or Game of Thrones, or what have you. And as of May 2020, the series has sold more than 27 million copies. Copies? The hell am I talking about? This is quite a lot, though admittedly not as many as Grand Theft Auto 5, tomato, or comparing apples to oranges there, or the Pokemon series, 380 million. Oh, actually, that's pretty impressive for Pokemon. But everybody defines success differently, I guess. Other elements of the Times article don't lend themselves quite as well to Obi-Wan Kenobi's certain point of view logic. Okay, I like this article. Specifically, I'm talking about this part. It's difficult to imagine Elden Ring having this sort of cultural cachet in any other era. Where to begin? Elden Ring was the most anticipated game in the known universe for roughly 2 years. That's partly because of the formidable reputation of Dark Souls, and also due to the much ballyhooed, if totally vague, creative contributions of George R. R. Martin, whose Song of Ice and Fire novels inspired HBO's Game of Thrones. Hey, what's going to finish first, Game of Thrones or One Piece? Leave your comments down below. But yeah, it's basically like, I'm going to leave a link to these articles if you want to read them, because I realize I've gone on for nearly 20 minutes. But essentially, I feel like Western gaming companies are just lazy, and they don't want to have to actually step up and do their jobs correctly, as opposed to just making the bare minimum. And as what's his name, Indie Mion here points out, that like basically when they release the games, when you buy it, when you pay your 60 or 70 bucks, you're glorified beta testers, and then they fix the issues later on down the line after post-release. Essentially, they don't do any quality checks before release. They do them after. They want to make their money so they can report their quarterly earnings and then keep the investors happy. Because if they report to the investors like, hey, we made all this money and all that other shit on this new game we released, the investors can be like, hey, that's pretty impressive. Awesome. And I'm not going to mention any of the refunds that were requested. Also, apparently, Diablo 4 put it's like a purchase the Battle Pass button next to some function of the game. If you check out Eddimon's video, which will be down below, I'll leave a link to that. They put it next to a button that's like the pause menu or something like that, and people didn't realize they accidentally bought the Battle Pass. I'm like, that is some scummy shit. Like, if you're that greedy or desperate or both that you have to do that, it says more about you than really anything about the consumers. Like, you can't blame the consumers when you're doing shady shit like that, or you're releasing half-assed products. And this also extends to the entertainment media as well. Like, you know, the especially Disney of all people, because they keep re-releasing these live-action remakes of Disney films, and more like, I think only one of them's done relatively well. Hell, the one I'm thinking of most is the Mulan, and how it just missed the fucking mark completely. Like, you watch the like original 1990s animated version of it, and then you watch the modern one. It's black and white on which one's better. It is pure black and white on which one's better. The animated version nailed the story so much better than the fucking live action remake. The live action remake is also just trying to capitalize on the success of what they're being live action made from, if that made sense. But basically, Disney's out of ideas, so they're just, you know, recycling their older successful films and trying to create whatever the fuck they're trying to create. And it's to the chagrin of like people like me, it is kind of working, because people are turning up and seeing it, but they're also saying like, I didn't like it. It's like, well, you know, if you've watched a couple of the live action remakes and you didn't like them, what makes you think this one would be better, or that one would be better, or anything like that? But anyways, I just wanted to get this off my chest, off my mind. Well, not off my mind. It's going to be on my mind, because I care about this industry immensely, because I fucking grew up on it. But it's just me pointing out that like these Western gaming developers are just lazy. That's all there is to it. They're lazy, and they're jealous of the success. They want that success, but they don't want to put the effort forward. They are putting the cart before the horse, is what they're doing. And they may or may not realize it, you know, that they're putting the cart before the horse. But they don't want to put in the effort. They don't want to put in the work. They don't want to put in the hours. Meanwhile, these, From Software employees and what's that other company? Sorry, I keep forgetting that company's name. Larian and From Software, they put in the money, they put in the effort, they put in the hours, they did everything they could, and then some, and they overperformed, in my opinion. I think they overperformed. I think they delivered a fantastic product. People feel like they got their money's worth. Of course, I haven't played Baldur's Gate 3, so I can't say if it's a good or a bad game, but from based on what everybody's saying, I can confidently say that people got their money's worth. So, therefore, Larian Studios did their job correctly and, in fact, overperformed. And that bothers these Western companies because they can't meet that same standard. Like, oh, we can't expect that. We got to consider this like an anomaly. Like it's an exception to the norm. It's like, no, the norm has regressed backwards. You need to progress forward. You need to innovate. You need to create new standards. Not necessarily overachieve or anything like that, but just create new standards, or at least deliver on what you promise to give people. You say you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and you deliver X, Y, and Z. Congratulations, you did your job correctly. Expectations met. If you exceed expectations, hey, that's even better. But don't sit there and bitch about it and be like, oh, we can't be expected to meet this. It's like you're a multi-billion-dollar company. What excuse do you have? You have more people, money, and influence than these two studios have. So get the fuck over yourselves. Stop bitching and get to working. Anyways, I've been Devil Jinx. I'll see you all next time. Bye!